Building an edge in trading is a bit kind of building your house. You got to pick parts from different places, different people, different suppliers, put them together, and then you're able to trade something properly in the market after. What's up, traders? Welcome back to Thailand once again. I'm on the beach here today in Hua Hin, Thailand. We've been able to take a quick vacation of a few days here near the beach. It's pretty cool to see, and the view is amazing. I'll show you in a minute. But today I want to address a question that I got recently on Twitter. If you don't follow me yet, you can follow me on Twitter over here. I'll put the link right there. Or the handle, I should say, just follow me there, and you'll be able to see my tweets there on a daily basis. Anyway, so the question was about how did you go about creating your edge in the market? What did you do to kind of build your edge, build a strategy or a setup that works in the market? And how do you go about it exactly? So here's what I want to address, and that's the fact that your edge can be built different ways. Of course, you could copy strategies from different people, and that is likely not to work. I've done a video on that in the past, which I'll link here in the corner if you want to watch it. Basically, if you copy other people and you just kind of find setups online and just copy them right away, chances are that it's not going to be your own, and that means that you won't be able to master the strategy really well, and you won't be able to find ways to improve it. You won't be able to spot times where the strategy does not work, and that means that your results will always be lower than the person trading it and that built it in the beginning. And that's why creating your own edge is really useful. Now, that being said, you don't have to kind of go all from scratch. Again, I've done videos on that in the past. You can do that for sure. You can go all from scratch with things you know. I'll leave that here, link as well in the corner. But what I want to share today is how I've been able to do it myself. And I've kind of used a mix of other people's stuff and also going at it from scratch. So here's how this all went. First of all, around 2000 and I would say 15 or maybe 14, I came across this blog online that was kind of sharing a strategy with the Bollinger Band. And the thing was basically simple, and I won't put the link here to this blog because the site turned out to be kind of a crazy, not scam, but it changed topic every few months anyway. But that idea for me of the Bollinger Band was really interesting, and the setup looked really well in the market. And I began trading that for some time. With okay success, like not too good, not too bad, I kind of started to see that the market would not be able to sustain that for the long term, and it would likely not work out for a long period of time. But I basically took that setup and tweaked it a little bit to make it my own, like add some rules that I found the market were more reliable, things that didn't really work out in theory but worked out in practice. And I kind of just tweaked it to make it my own, basically. So I added some filters. For example, I decided to look only at engulfing candles with this setup, not the other candlesticks they talked about in this article online. And I just kind of make it my own, basically. So that was pretty simple. At the time, I was not really aware that I was missing a big part of trading and being able to be profitable in the long term. And that is being able to adjust your style to whatever the market is doing right now and whatever stage we are at in the market at this point. And that idea was mainly introduced to me by a trading coach I had back then, someone from Montreal, Canada, a trader who had been trading for a pretty big bank in Montreal, but had been laid off and had to work on his own and trade on his own from that point. We connected at the trader meetup, and this is the guy who showed me how to adjust your style or whatever you're trading now to the market, how the market behaves, and kind of the market phase. So I've since then been able to apply this. I basically took my setup, I understood where to trade it, in which kind of market circumstances it would work best. Then of course I tested it to see how big of a difference this idea of looking at the market first to decide if you want to trade or not would work. And it turns out it worked out really well. It was something that really made a big difference in my strategy and my style, and that's how I've been able to create my edge overall. So of course now the next part is like over time, you gotta add some more things, you gotta tweak some things in your strategy, you gotta make it better. And now because you've created your own thing, right? Because it's not something you took from a book or from a website. Sure, maybe you took some part from a book or a blog or whatever, but at least you make it your own and you tweaked it to make it work for you. And I think that's a big difference, and that's something that most people won't ever do, but if you can do it, it's gonna allow you to kind of pick some parts from people who are good at what they do and make it your own with things that you understand and you prefer. So that's my key takeaway here, is take things that you find online if you want, take things that align with what you prefer and what you like, but also make it your own, and definitely find a way to make it work, and definitely find a way to make it dependent on the market circumstances and the market phase. That's something that's really important and really useful, I think, for people to understand. And again, most people don't do this. That's why they're profitable for some time, like a few months. After a while, they're not profitable anymore, and that's the issue of trading something against the market phase or the trends or however you see it. So I really hope you like this video today. It's a bit of an impromptu video. I didn't really plan this for a long time. I just want to insert this here so that you can kind of get some more knowledge, and get to create your own edge by yourself. If you have any comments, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to read them and maybe reply to some of them if I have time. Subscribe if it's not done yet. There's going to be more videos popping up on the screen over here. I recommend you watch them next on how to create your own trading style and things you can do to solidify your edge. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.